Greetings and peace. I hope you and yours are doing well today, wherever you might be watching this from. Now, the title of today's video is Why Do You Worry? Always Keep the Faith. Now, I say this because we live in a society where our faith is being tested constantly through warfare, through desensitization of news. Our heart's under attack in terms of the chaos and division that takes place between countries, races, religions, genders, different groups, and we're always taught to not put our faith in something higher than us. Now, have you ever thought about this? That when you were born into this lifetime, is this life really all you have? Do you ever realize what happens to you after this life is over? Did you ever think about what happened before? What are you doing now? What's going to come after? And a lot of the mystical Sufi or other esoteric traditions, they tell you, like the whirling dervish that's spinning in this continuous, infinite form, circular form, that's how the Creator has also created our reality. But we're thinking that we grow up and we get branded with a certain name, identity, religion, socioeconomic status. We end up associating those with the same background. We don't want to deal with anybody else. And then you're not having any growth in your life. And anything that happens, you just basically start condemning others, start condemning God. Those who go through dark times in their life start hating God. And then when that anger and hate gets apparent in their heart, that's when they invite those different entities to take them over. So you got to realize that according to the state that you're keeping yourself in, that's the exact reality that you invite in. Just like how in the Sufi tradition, even Omar Khayyam, the Persian poet, says that I myself am heaven and hell. So you got to think about these things. Do the right thing, stand up for what's right. Look at it this way. Just go back the last 10 years of your life. Anything that you worried about, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, somehow, some way those things got solved, right? You're still here, you're still doing your thing. You had a meal to eat, you have a roof over your head. So somehow, some way, whatever calamities that you went through, you got out of it. And ultimately, you gained wisdom out of it. So you could guide others and be able to handle those situations better yourself in a more patient and articulate manner. So why lose faith? Why lose faith? When the trees, as you see here, it's spring and the spring-summer season, when they're going to shed in the fall and the winter, that doesn't mean that that's the end of them. They come back to life, back in the spring and summer of next year, and so on and so on. Death, rebirth, rebirth, death. That's how the human soul is. That's how the soul of every being here is. Whether it's the leaves, the grass, the trees, it's all connected to that one form, what we know as God. Like Mr. Rogers with the puppets talking to each other. It's that perfect being trying to understand itself, through us, through you, through me. We're all manifestations of that being, and when we have that realization in our hearts, that what I have, he has or she has, then how can I have any hate in my heart for anybody? And why do I worry if anything happens? Or my need to feel secure or isolating myself from others? That's not ultimately the solution, because then you're in a cycle. You're in this continuous cycle where you feel good, and then those things crop up again because you never took the time to address those issues and work on yourself. And it's going to be a continuous thing that chases you around from one job to another, from one relation to another, from one friendship to another. So you can't worry about anything. You got to strengthen your faith. When that faith gets strengthened, God is the provider. What does it say in Islam, or the definition of a Muslim? To surrender. When you surrender, that's when everything becomes whole. That's when you get everything. And clean your hearts, have that surrender within yourself and others, and everything does indeed work out. This life is a beautiful gift. Don't waste it. Enjoy it, cherish it, and don't let the agents of chaos divide you, who also exist in all races, religions, and groups of the world. So thank you, much love to all of you, and I wish all of you and yours a beautiful, beautiful September ahead. Thank you.